Time to continue. Titans of Arina Gold Bracket Grand Finals. Metal and Stefan lead 2-1 against now playing Edie and Miguel. And we have the civilizations from the Civ pool remaining, which means both teams are actually choosing Celts here. Metal as the Slavs, Stefan as Celts, and playing against Edie Teutons in red here and Miguel as the Celts in purple. Let's go over the maps quickly and see what the game is bringing us. Of course, Celts, a really good late game civilization. Slavs, I think, too, and Teutons all get siege archers. Actually, I don't think we're going to see those. Paladins, of course, available, but then there's very good infantry units for all the civilizations. Not sure what to play here. Let's see what the players are going to do. All the players on the way to feudal age. Main gold for 80 and a second gold safe in the back. Third gold outside, but between that's Miguel. Between him and Edie. Eddie's second and third gold on the left-hand side, so actually this area could be important later on. We have the main stone forwardish inside, of course, for Miguel, and the second stone, I don't see it right now, outside. Okay, playing against Slavs, metal here, so no mirror on one side, but Slavs against Celts and Celts against Teutons. Main gold and main stone forward for him, that's not really nice. Third gold forward, second stone forward, outside both. That's not too good, only the second gold safe. For the back, his map is really not the best. I don't think there was a restart being called here, stable coming up from metal, and we see the first players on the way to Castle Age. For example, Stefan playing as the Celts here with a second gold, rather safe in the back actually, and third gold as well. Main stone on the far side, second stone forward. Actually, in 1v1 this could be potentially tower rush. I don't think it's going to happen here. Main gold forward for him though, and then we have Edie moving forward with 3 villages, no loom, but this wolf alone is not good enough against 3 vills. With the main stone forward, the second stone actually inside, main gold rather safe in the back here. Looks like Eddie's going for a monk crush with the Teutons, makes a lot of sense, and we've seen those 2 golds. Eddie going 1-3, but now he lost a villager to another wolf. That's not good. And Miguel trying to help out now. It's not happening. Quick palisade walls coming in, but was not really necessary because Miguel is around with 2 scouts. Looks like they're going to double on Stefan here. Actually, metal, of course, with 4 scouts in total now. All the players up to Castle Age. And Eddie going for the first 3 monks, the siege workshop coming up, he's going for the push here. Of course, Stefan's main goal, not really good in this case. We have 1 extra TC coming up from Stefan, 2nd extra TC on the main stone here. So he's going for a mini boom right now, maybe he wants to add a 4th TC later on, but he will need to go for some siege units here. And I think Eddie, after Sanctity, may go for redemption very early on. Miguel, of course, trying to protect the monks here. We have Stefan in yellow defending against Eddie for now, has to defend. I think with the light curve from metal, they should be able to do it. Metal, of course, also going with extra TCs. That's actually 2 extra TCs, 3 TCs in total. 1 on the main gold, 1 on the wood line. Nice TC spots, and also Miguel expected 3 TCs on the wood lines. The main gold in between those 3, and the wall is open. That means monks, mangonels, rams, and the scouts from Miguel moving in, taking down houses. The monks actually from Edie, I don't think they have redemption yet, but it's not a big problem because only 1 siege workshop, only 1 mangonel inside. As now a second on the way, and there's 2 mangonels. Edie getting redemption now. 2016 will be finished. Good timing, I think. Of course, Edie low on population, but he's the one to push. And it's not easy to defend against the monk push from the Teutons with the Celts, even though they get good siege, but Edie may be able to convert those quite quickly now. Finally, Metal RTS going with a 10 light cav. He will try and help out, and I think 10 light cav he can take down everything that Edie has right now. Eddie converting the first mangonel, a bit of a mangonel micro war coming up, and Eddie actually taking down a villager at least before he's about to lose this. Yes, the light cav from Metal moving in, and I think Miguel is Xing. Eddie will lose that monk, he will lose the mangonel. The other 3 monks are going outside. Ooh, nice split from Metal, attacking from inside Stefan's base and from the outside. That means Eddie is going to lose everything. And Castle now coming from Stefan to protect this main goal and cover this little entrance point. Look at this, Miguel went for light cav as well, but Metal got a lot more. He's got 8 military units against only 2. And that means the forward from Eddie pretty much failing because Metal is investing into a lot of light cav. Now Eddie is adding extra TCs and farms, of course, the Teutons bonus. It's really nice, but the map control is lost at this point. Another siege workshop coming from Stefan. Metal with 64 and Stefan 65 villages as expected. Miguel has more right now. Didn't invest too heavy into light cav. And he is on the way to Imperial Age, or will be on the way to Imperial Age soon. And he needs another building? No, not sure about that. Actually, University coming up, so he's waiting for the second building before he can click up to Imperial Age. Also enough stone for a castle, which is coming up where? Is he sending villagers? No, castle. Probably somewhere in the back. A little bit defensive here, covering the second stone, makes sense. On the right-hand side, a light cap are actually taking down the monasteries +1 ram here. A few spearmen coming in from Edie and a light cap from Miguel to try and stop these efforts to take down the forward. So right now this monastery actually 110 HP is not going down. Miguel on the way to Imperial Age, but also metal, and he clicked up faster, which is impressive to see, with less villages of course, but then again early Imperial Age can make the difference sometime. In this case I think the players will need a little bit more time to get their military units and upgrades going. For now we don't see a lot happening. Eddie's moving around with the monks, castle coming up, and actually this is walled again, but Stefan is not going to be able to finish this castle because Eddie now with 6 monks and a lot of spearmen. Metal is going in, but there is a lot of spears waiting to take down these light cav. That was not a good move by Metal. He needed to control his arm a little bit better. Light cap from Miguel moving in to take down Stefan's villagers that are actually fighting now outside. This is not looking good for Metal and Stefan at this point. Look at this, the score lead for Miguel and Eddie. Now 200, 300 points, and they still have the map control, which means if Miguel can pump a lot of units, he's going for Vote Raiders right now. This might be difficult for Metal and Stefan. Then again, both players, Metal and Stefan, have been booming, have a good economy going, and Vote Raider production obviously starting for Stefan, who is clicked up to Imperial Age. Latest is Eddie here, and makes sense with only 73 villagers, but with a good farm bonus from the Teutons, he should be able to catch up here. The question is what is going to happen on the left hand side. We do see the 200 swordsmen here from the Slavs against Vote Raiders. I'm guessing soon to be elite. Yeah, Miguel is saving up for votes, taking on a trebuchet of course, and that castle is going up. So Miguel right now with 3 castles in total, 1, 2, 3, those 2 covering the second stone, which makes a lot of sense here. That's what you need to do. Eddie now the last player on the way to Imperial Age, elite Vote Raider on the way from Stefan and Miguel almost at the same time. So we're going to see infantry units. I don't think we're going to see elite Teutonic Knights. I would love to see them, but I doubt that Eddie will be able to go for those. Instead, yeah, archery ranges make sense. I think University should be up from Eddie. He's gonna go chemistry immediately when hitting Imperial Age. In the meantime, we do see a good amount of Vote Raiders and 200 swordsmen fighting. Champion upgrade on the way. We have more units right now here for Metal and Stefan, I think, but they're not grouping yet. I think as soon as the champion upgrade hits, we are going to see a fight between all those infantry units. Castle number 4 coming up from Miguel, but this one is going down. I'm pretty sure 3 trebuchets and no counter military units close. Half HP only, and HP going down pretty fast here. Then again, elite Vote Raiders taking good care of the Stefan's Vote Raiders and also the champions, which are not gonna be as strong as the votes, I think. But the castle went down, and this is important. Kelts don't want to lose the castles. You want to get those elite Vote Raiders. And look at this, Stefan is producing from only 2 castles, but he's got queued a lot of those, and he's going with the cap rams now. I think he might go for siege rams. We see minor fights now on the left hand side because no player has really a lot of military units. Miguel and Eddie still more. Where is Eddie going? Where is the hand cannoneers for him? Yeah, hand cannoneer production starting and bombard cannons on the way. This might be dangerous for the Vote Raiders, but you need quite a good amount of hand cannoneers to be able to face a big group like this one, for example. Of course, that's Miguel, but Stefan's group of Vote Raiders is good enough to take down these few hand cannoneers without too much trouble. The captors moving forward, one going down to the mangonel, the other being taken care of by Miguel. So Miguel and Eddie now pushing on the right hand side, which is interesting. Stefan will need to defend. At the same time, Stefan and Metal going for Miguel's base here. Stefan sending a lot of those elite Vote Raiders. The next castle will go down, and this is not good for Miguel. That was castle number 4 again. Now it's only 3. Stefan has 3 castles at this point, and looks like he's getting pushed back here, Eddie, by, I don't know what's happened here, but they are only going down for those siege workshops now. Hoardings on the way from Stefan, going to the siege workshop. He does not want to lose castles. Those 2, plus where's the 3rd castle actually for him? Did he lose it? No, he's got 3 castles by the spectator overlays estimate. There it is, and good resources from Stefan actually. Eddie now going on just siege ram coming from Stefan expected. 6 bombard cannons will be able to take down those castles really fast, but that's a big group of elite hand cannoneers. Now the elite Vote Raiders won't have an easy time. Siege rams might be alright. I think Onager might even be the better option here, or heavy scorpions. They will be awesome against everything that is here. Hand cannoneers will have good attack against those, but all the infantry units would die really fast. That means Stefan Stefan is losing one castle to the bombard cannons, and I think Edie should just go and move to the left hand side. The other castles are standing still. So Miguel and Edie at this point will score it, but still only 200 points. That's really close. Left hand side champions against lead vote raiders, and Miguel is about to lose another castle. He might get those trebuchets in exchange, but losing castles is quite expensive, and it's not cheap to buy stone. No, it's not cheap at all, and usually players will buy stone the longer the game goes to like get walls, get castles, get TCs maybe. This castle from Stefan is getting repaired by only 3 villagers. This is going down for sure. Stefan 480 stone in the bank. He'll be able to take 300 more, and he should be able to get another castle up, but he's got only 1 castle left. Miguel still had 3 castles actually, so he must have been either buying stone or getting stone from Edie. Those 3 castles, building a nice line towards that middle forward where the siege workshops are. And now Miguel is again moving to the right hand side where Onagers, bombard cannons and hand cannoneers are waiting for an army to fight. Look at this is beautiful. Edie is getting a really strong army here against the Celts, but a lot of siege rams now from Stefan. Well, if Stefan is pushing on the left hand side, Miguel might be in trouble. The champions right now trying to move in, but quick gates coming up, no fortified wall yet. A few elite vote raiders from Miguel moving in, but it's not enough. They will go down really fast. Edie's not supporting this. Edie instead is going for the castle, and he should be able to take down the siege rams. The siege rams are moving close really fast. The hand cannoneers could act as a meat shield. One of those 1-2 onagers might go down because the siege ram is getting really close. That's -1. But a lot of siege rams getting down. The castle's still standing actually. Edie had to move back the bombard cannons, but those siege rams are only buying time, not really getting cost-effective fights here. On the left-hand side, Miguel is able to defend with the voters against the champions. They are not that strong. It looks like Metal again is switching to light cav, to a non-gold unit. On the right-hand side, Eddie is not able to push really, but is still holding his forward. And on the left-hand side, Metal is trying to go into the champions. Not enough here. That's 60 military units almost for Metal. I'm not sure where they are. There's a lot of light cav now in the middle. Where's those champions? Where are those military units? I don't see them, to be honest. Are they? Oh, he's raiding. That's why I didn't see it. He's going for Miguel's economy, and Miguel is only on 86 villagers, which is not good for him. Look at this. All the idle villagers, 59 in total. And Miguel only now is really able to clean up most of the champions. He's sending the villagers out again, but that was actually a good raid. Metal has to do a follow-up though. He needs to rebuild his army. He needs to be able to push more. Right now the light cav moving in against the onagers, and we do see boyars on the field. Amazing, but that's a big group of hand cannoneers, as we said, and they are able to one-shot those boyars, I think, or maybe not one-shot, but they're going down really fast. Boyars good against bombard cannons, of course, because they're fast unit. The light cav not as much attack, but can also do some good damage. The hand cannoneers still standing, still trying to take down everything that is attacking here, and Eddie lost a few of those hand cannoneers, but he's taking good fights in total. They get the population lead, Miguel and Eddie. Wow, big shot with the onager. That was so important from Stefan. Money shot. These shots can change the game so easily. We've seen it before. Right now, I cannot tell who the winners of this game will be, because I have no idea. We'll have more gold, for example. Trade cards, none for anybody. 3 relics for Eddie, that's at least something. The other 2 relics are still standing around. One here, for example. Metal is still taking gold. He could take the extra gold as long as he's controlling the map on the left-hand side. And Stefan is still able to defend. With Scorpions down the field, I hope to see heavy Scorpions here. Where's Stefan's resources looking? Is he low? Is looking good, actually. So I could go for heavy Scorps. Eddie with, what do we have here? 113 villagers, good amount of gold in the bank. Miguel, gold, not looking too good, only 100. And Metal, also not so many resources, but he is pushing. He's going with the champions. The elite vote raiders moving back, so I think we have Metal with champions, we have Metal with petards here, which doesn't really help him a lot. He needs some siege unit. He needs, like, for example, siege rams could be good here, or even cap rams might do a lot of damage to those houses, stables, barracks, maybe even take down the castles. Eddie is now coming to help you on the left-hand side, but Miguel is calling the GG. Metal pushing, and suddenly Miguel didn't recover. Only 91 villagers, doesn't have a lot of military units left, and look at this. Metal RT has 192 population. That's 150 military units in total. On the right-hand side, something I didn't even see, Stefan was actually pushing back. Sorry for missing that for Celtica on the way. They are losing everything right now, and that means game number 5 will be a match game for Metal and Stefan. We might see a 5-gamer here. We didn't expect only 4 games. 5 games is possible. Let's go to the game right now. There we go, substitution. Edie not playing this 2v2, that's the first 2v2 he's not playing, I think. Instead, Miguel and DauT now going for it, and we have Slavs and Britons for DauT and Miguel, which according to Modry I think is the strongest pair here in that match pool. Let's see if it's true, because DauT, of course, Slavs, a economy heavy civ, and Miguel Britons, really strong civ in general. They will have a very interesting play together here. I think might be good for them against Malay and Malians. Not sure how strong that match is, but both civilizations are actually quite good here. You can see Metal playing in green as the Malians, and Stefan going for the Malay here. He is the last to click up to feudal age. That's not meaning he's the last to be able to arrive at castle age. We know the Malay bonus. And Miguel, of course, as the Britons. Britons pretty unpredictable in my opinion. Can do a lot, can do some really fast stuff. I think Longbowman is the go-to unit. We might see elephants even from Stefan here. Let's go over the maps now, see what the players are up to. And we have DauT here with the second gold and main stone, safe on the back, actually safe inside his base. The main gold forwardish, and the second stone and third gold forward outside. He's playing as the Slavs against the Malians. Main gold for Metal RTS forward, second gold forward inside, third gold forward outside. That's quite a bad map actually, and if Metal is getting rushed here, which is unlikely but it's possible, he might be in trouble for gold. He's got a main stone safe in the back, that's something for him, but that's not going to be enough. Second stone also outside. A little bit of scout fight happening, nice dance here. Two scouts going down, one from Miguel, one from Metal, and looks like Stefan is keeping the upper hand, trying to hunt down DauT scout. We have Stefan with the main gold, rather safe in the back actually, nice for him. The second stone outside, the main stone forward, second gold outside. Where's the third gold outside, the second gold actually inside, so he's got some safe resources. And then we have Miguel playing in as the Britons here with the TC coming up on the main stone, which is forward, main gold also forward. Not too good for him at this point. Another TC coming up, second gold, that's at least something safe in the back. Third gold outside and a second stone close to the walls but outside as well. And there is still the scout hunt going, only 5 HP left. Now Stefan was continuing, and that means only DauT's original scout is on the map. DauT also for military units, maybe it's not the original because he is right now patrolling the map, and looks like DauT going for a little bit of map control, making sure that the Malians are not going for some push here. Maybe that's the idea behind that, maybe he wants to try and get those relics in, that's an idea of course. For now the players are pretty much booming here. I don't see anything from Stefan that looks like going for a push, except for the fact that he's on stone, so he might want to get a castle up in mid-castle age and go for a little bit map control. We have 1 TC on the main gold here from Metal and 1 TC on the wood line, 3 TC mini boom coming up, loom on the way, just in case I guess. Is Metal on stone? No, he's not going for any castles yet. Maybe we will see the Gebettos later on, a very strong unit in my opinion, but depends against what unit composition you're fighting. Wheelbarrow on the way from DauT. DauT 3 TCs up and running on the gold, on the wood line, makes a lot of sense here. There's the 3rd TC from Miguel, he has 1 TC on the wood line as well, and I think Stefan pretty much the same, woodline and main gold, and 1 TC on wood. So for now pretty much only booming. Do we see any monasteries here? Do we see any monks? There's 1 monk on the map for DauT, but he's not collecting relics yet, actually 2, so he's getting 1 relic at this point. I think DauT might be able to get 4 or 5 relics actually. Handcard on the way from Metal RTS. He is good with the resources, not looking bad at this point, 22 minutes in. Villager number 65 and 60 against 62 and 58. So Stefan and Metal actually a little bit ahead in villager numbers, but I guess the score difference does not only come from those light cav, but also from the early eco upgrades, maybe from the better economy, something like that. I want to go a little bit slower again, with 85 speed looks good. And the scout cav now attacking the walls. Looks like we have a few longbow on the map for Miguel, and Miguel is moving forward towards Metal RTS, taking the scouts of course, and the siege workshop is going up. We have double mangonel on the way. Somebody, yeah, DauT clicking up to Imperial Age first. DauT with the Slavs, very good boom civilization of course. Let's see what he's going for against the Malians here. We might see standard infantry, we might see siege. I don't think we're going to see bowyars, I would hope so, but yeah, pretty unlikely. Then again, DauT is on stone, and is he getting a castle up? Yes, covering the second stone, protecting the main gold. I would love to see bowyars and elite longbowmen against Malay and Malians, possibly siege, karambits, elephants. Not sure about Gebetto here. And we could see a lot of different unit compositions, and actually Metal trying to go for a relic here, and Wolf going down, but the mangonel from Stefan needs to go back. Stefan actually the first to hit Imperial Age. Of course he is the last to click up, but with the melee you can go there really fast. 95, 94 villagers against 98, 80, 91, 86. Still not a big difference. Can make a difference later on, but usually it's the choices you make and the unit compositions you're going for that are deciding the early Imperial Age games. A lot of stables coming up. Ferimba Cavalier on the way, I think. We will see Cavalier upgrade immediately. Stefan enough stone for another castle. Does he have one already? Stefan has one castle right now, and Metal is missing a little bit of stone to go for his own castle, so Ferimba will take some time. Cavalier probably not the worst idea. Another castle coming up, protecting the second stone. Longbowman 5+4 moving forward. A lot of upgrades coming in. DauT going for what? He is actually going for Boyars. Oh, that would be so nice. +1/+1 is done. Chain guarding armor on the way. Boyar production is starting. I love these units. They are looking so cool. We don't see them too often in team games. I guess it makes sense to go for them. And they can be really, really strong. I'm not sure how good they are against the Cavalier, but Boyars with 4+3 melee armor potentially will be quite strong. The Elite Boyar might have more. Elite Karambits, Elite Boyar on the way. Elite Karambits though, there are going to be a lot of units, and Stefan and Metal are trying to hunt down those not Elite Longbowmen. Not Elite yet. I imagine we're going to see Elite Longbows later on. Actually, Click just coming up. And with the help of DauT, Miguel is not losing his Longbowmen, so he can fight back. Right now, a lot of Karambits should come out from those castles from Stefan here. Let me check. Can I go for it? Yeah, now a lot of Elite Karambits and Stefan. Really good resources going for iron casting. Heavy Camel on the way from Metal RTS. That makes sense, I guess. Ferimba probably done 12+6 Cavalier, but the castle, the fort castle is going down because it's attacked by 2, potentially 3 trebuchets here. DauT has 3 castles up and running, got 3 relics. Elite Boyar production starting, and that's 6+3. I didn't remember how many melee armor they get, but that's 9 melee armor in total. And the heavy camels, of course, with a good bonus damage against cavalry units. But those Elite Boyars, 150 HP, they are a force to reckon. And against Elite Karambits, I think they will be quite decent here, because Elite Karambits 7+2, potentially 7+4, are only doing 2 damage per attack. This is pretty much nothing. Beautiful fight happening here. A lot of units. Not sure who's winning this. Looks like pretty equal military numbers. Elite Longbowmen attacking from behind. There's 2 castles from DauT. They could help a lot. Elite Karambits getting spammed. Look at this. This is just beautiful. This reminds me of the Gospel. And of course, we're going to see how it is now mixed in against those Boyars. But Elite Longbowmen are pretty much without a counter right now. Unless you're getting melee units close to Elite Longbowmen, they are going to be really strong. They're fully upgraded. Looks like Britons and Slavs are indeed a stronger combination here. A stronger Civ matchup. Another castle coming from DauT. That's castle number 5 in total. A little bit of sling happening to Miguel. Miguel and DauT both need their castles. If they're losing those, might be dangerous. But at this point, they are pushing than rather pushing than losing. This castle from Stefan might not even go up. Stefan, 2 castles only. And of course, Metal doesn't need castle at this point. But what are you going to do? Heavy camels makes a lot of sense. I guess some rams or oranges might be good. But those Elite Longbowmen and Boyar are a really strong combination. Trebuchets behind, that makes sense. Now we are seeing another big fight. Look at this. This is just beautiful, but the Boyars in the middle are so strong. And the Elite Longbowmen having 3 shots against anything that moves pretty much. DauT is going to lose a lot of those Boyars, but then the Elite Longbowmen are still there, still without a counter really. The heavy camels overall will go down, and looks like, despite the fact that DauT lost a lot of units here, the Elite Longbowmen taking down the rest, and they're still pushing. Miguel and DauT with the score lead here, actually 1k4 score lead in the team score, and they are moving forward towards Metal and Stefan's space. No trade lines yet, 5 castles each. DauT and Miguel can produce a lot of units. I imagine they might start a trade soon. I think that X was from Miguel probably to show, yeah, let's go for a trade here. I need more gold, or I want more gold, something like that. Miguel actually 1k gold in the bank, good numbers. DauT pretty much the same resources, and doesn't look good for Metal when it comes to the rest in the bank. Also Stefan got a lot again. He's got a good working economy, 135 villagers. Also 136 from Metal, but he probably had produced a lot more units. He lost quite some units, and they're not as cheap as for Stefan. so it makes sense that he doesn't have so many resources. The elite boyars and the elite noblemen controlling everything right now. The trebuchets, that's the 3 original trebuchets, I think, are still getting protected by that army and are taking on castles. This might end really badly for Metal and Stefan here, and we might see game number 6, because right now it looks like Miguel and DauT are actually able to work together and win this fight here. We have a 3-1 at this point, but we've seen that before. 3-1 also for Tocon and Terra, and in the end it was 4-3. Is history going to repeat itself? Looks like Miguel and DauT are taking a very important step to not lose this tournament yet. We might see Metal and Stefan in game 6 taking the game. I hope for game 7, of course. I always hope that we're going to see as many games as possible. And game 6 and game 7 were really entertaining on the bronze brackets. Right now, looks like Miguel and DauT have the military advantage, and we might see GG really soon, because Metal is with 3 military units in total. He's only going for pikemen here. Not sure if Malians have the Halberd upgrade. I think so, but it's not important any longer. Miguel and DauT dominating this map. Elite boyars, elite longbowmen, a few trebuchets. That's all you needed. Very strong army composition. Love this fight, love this game. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and see you in the next video with game 6 and potentially, of course, game number 7. GG.